a beautiful day, and Charlie and I started the day with a great workout and brunch. I had beans on toast with cheddar cheese at Soho Farmhouse. Really lovely start to the day, and I picked up a cinnamon bun to enjoy with a cup of coffee later. Today, happy Sunday if you're watching on the day that this vlog goes live. I have been saying that I'm going to make an elderberry elixir for the last week now. Today's the day. Finally, I picked up a few more elderberries from some bushes nearby, and I spent the car journey on the way back plucking them from their little branches. So here I have got a bowl, they smell amazing, full of fresh elderberries. This is the best thing that you could possibly forage at this time of year. It's free, and elderberries are full of the most amazing compounds which help to fight viruses, boost your immune system at this time of year and into autumn winter when we start to get little bugs. There's something in elderberries which actually stops the viruses from getting into your cells, or if you already have a cold or something, it stops the virus cells from replicating. So I'm going to show you the easiest thing you can do with elderberries. If you live in the countryside, the bushes, the hedgerows will be full of them right now. I'll show you on the screen what they look like, although you'll have seen me forage them many a time before. But also you can buy packs of dried elderberries online as well, which is a great way to make this if you don't live somewhere where you can get them. So I'm so excited to get started. I haven't even taken my coat off. This is actually a really gorgeous coat. I got this from Fabrique. I'll leave it linked down below, and I feel like this is going to be the one that I just throw on most days in autumn winter. I love the contrast detail on the sleeves. I think that's so lovely. So to make the elixir, it's basically, you could technically do this just with water, the berries, and something sweet like some honey. Some people use sugar or maple syrup, but I also like to add in cinnamon and ginger just to make it that little bit spicy, really lovely and warming. And what we're going to make is essentially like a cordial, and you just take a tablespoon of it in the mornings. Really, really easy. Okay, my water is coming to a boil, and I am now going to add in my elderberries. Lovely, this is boiling, so I'm going to move it to the other hob to simmer for 40 minutes. Okay, this has been just simmering for maybe 20 minutes, and I'm going to add in a couple of bits of cinnamon. And we're also going to add in a few freshly sliced bits of ginger, stirring occasionally. Okay, so this has come off the heat, and I'm just straining it through the sieve. I'm trying to smush down the berries and get as much juice out as possible. Final step is to add a good sized spoonful of honey. I'm actually going to finish off this jar. And we just want that to melt into the syrup. I was meant to be saving this cinnamon roll for my breakfast tomorrow morning, but it's just too delicious, and this is all that's left. Next step for the elderberries, I have just sterilized a couple of bottles in the 𝑭𝒂 just by putting them in the oven for about 15 minutes. And now that the honey has dissolved, we're just going to pour it into the bottle. To be honest, that's probably about 2 weeks worth, but it would store in a sterilized bottle for around a month. And here we go, the elixir, I call it my elderberry immunity elixir, is complete. While it was on the hob, it took about an hour in total, but of my actual doing time, no more than 15 minutes. So I definitely recommend trying to make one of these at home. A tablespoon every morning will definitely help to fight against any bugs and flus this season. I made myself and my mum and Charlie one of these last year, and I don't think we, touch wood, but I don't think we got poorly very seriously last year. So yeah, there we go. I hope you will give it a try. Now, my darlings, I have just got to spend pretty much the entire afternoon at my laptop catching up on admin, so I think I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, my darlings. It is the next day. I've had a very, very early start today to come into London, despite the fact that there are tube strikes going on today. My train ticket was 3 times what it normally costs to get into London. Absolutely bonkers. But I have come this morning, first thing, to Westfield, the Westfield Ariel Way Shepherd's Bush. And I don't think I've been here in at least 5 years, not since we moved out of London to the Cotswolds, but I'm here for a very special reason, because today one of my favourite brands, Vivaia, I'm wearing my Vivaia Regina boots right now. They are opening their very first UK store. So exciting. I can't wait for so many more people to discover them. I live in these shoes, as you guys know. I just took a very quick outfit clip in the bathroom, so I'll show you the full look. But yes, we are going to have a little look around. I'm gonna browse some of the stores, have a little look at some of the homeware bits in here as well. There are so many new shops since I was last here. But first port of call is the Vivaia store. Let's go. So just to help you get your bearings, if you're in the main atrium, you want to turn towards where Starbucks is in the corner. So Abercrombie is up there, Elan is over here, and you want to head down this little passageway, this wing by the Sky store between Sky and Breitling, and that's where you'll find Vivaia. And here it is, brand new store, oh my gosh. And of course, this is where you can get the special King Charles Cavalier Audrey flats, which is exclusive to the UK, which is so exciting. So many styles that I've seen on the website that we can now see in real life. They've got a special, oh look at this, tailored just for the UK. One of Britain's most beloved dogs. Oh my gosh, let's see what they've got in the newspaper. The first UK store opening, loved in over 60 countries, eco-friendly footwear brand. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that they are here. So lots of these styles I have never seen in real life before, only ever on the internet. So it's so lovely to see designs which I've been tempted by. These have got the gorgeous little pearl details on them. These would be really nice as with a pair of wide leg white jeans. That would be gorgeous. And you can see in these, this is why so many people, my mum especially, loves Vivaia, because they always have such a clever sole that almost like reflexology, like a massage when you're walking, and you've got all of this sole support. And then over here, I know so many of you will be familiar with the Sneakerinas. I absolutely love my pair. I've got the silky pair in ivory, as worn by Bella Hadid. She made these ultra viral, but this pink color is very ballet slipper-esque. They are so cute, and there's so many different ways that you can style the laces to really make them true to your own style. I hadn't seen this colorway before, the lemon yellow. Adorable. And here I can show you my outfit of the day. I'm wearing my Regina Pro boots, as usual, because they are just my absolute favorite. Popped on my trench coat, and underneath, dun dun dun, matching the color of the Regina boots, this lovely suede skirt, and my little detailed blouse. If you're looking for a pair of trainers that you don't even need to bend down to put on, I've got this pair at home, and I tie them a little bit more loosely, and then you can just slip them on. You don't even need to bend down to put them on, and they're so light. If you're going on holiday or traveling or need to carry your shoes in your bag for work or something, these are super lightweight. And some styles here that I've not seen before in real life. I've never seen this cute little pair before. I love a pointed toe. I think it's super flattering and leg elongating. And this detail at the front is almost like a crochet. Might have to give these a try. I could not resist trying on the Michelles in the nutmeg and ivory color. Look how adorable they are. They go so perfectly with the outfit. I love the pointed toe on them, and I can just tell these are so comfortable. I could wear these all day long. They work perfectly with the color of the blouse and the skirt. I think I may just have a new favorite.
But for in-house,
Very sweet.
yeah, so we have a...
So they've got this little section towards the till in the store where you can find out about all of the different elements of the footwear. So for example, the sugarcane outer sole for shock absorption and being super lightweight when you're wearing them. This is what I was showing you earlier. The diamond padded insoles helps to evenly distribute your weight and reduce pressure, which is why they are just the most comfortable shoes in the entire world. How they are so super eco with the processed plastic bottles, turning it into the PET material for the shoes. So all of this is made from recycled plastic bottles, which is incredible. And I didn't actually know this. They have a natural Artemisia herbal insole, breathable, mold-proof, moisture wicking. This is why I love wearing my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 flats at home as slippers, because the moisture wicking just means that you don't, I'm sorry this bit gross, but you don't get sweaty feet. And they always smell lovely. I'm going to try on the lovely shoes with the pearls on next. Cannot resist. Look how beautiful they are. Thank you so much. They are so lightweight, and this is that lovely recycled material. And the rubber sole for mega grip. Oh, and now I can't decide which is my favorite, because these are just adorable as well. Every single pair that I try on I fall in love with, and they are so comfortable. Look at this. They've got the elastic strap across the top. They just look like little doll's shoes. They are so sweet. Look at this. There is even a bag, and you can get the charm that matches the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 shoes with the King Charles Cavalier. And one of the ladies just said, as well as being able to put the sneakerinas in the washing machine, you can actually put your bag in the washing machine as well. How amazing is that? They have literally thought of everything. So this little section has got the new styles. I showed you these in a reel recently. You actually get a few different styles of laces, and my favorite is actually the white one with the kind of crochet detail. So you can either wear them like this with them around the edges, or you can tie them up almost ballerina style. I just think a cable knit pair of flat shoes, how adorable for autumn winter. And then they've also got this little personalizable section here, so you can take these little bows and then you can add these onto the shoes, either on the front, pop them in the middle, or put them on the side. And if you've got a classic pair of the flats, you can see how it just really elevates them and gives them a little extra styling detail. Okay, I have just left the Vivaia store. The team there are so lovely. I could have just spent the rest of the day chatting with them. They're all so sweet and so knowledgeable. I've learned so much more about so many of my favorite pairs of shoes. I actually did not know that my sneakerinas are washing machine proof, and so great to see the full collection. I'm going to carry on having just a little mooch around Westfield, and then we have a very special day at the Savoy later on, so it's going to be just the most perfect day. So I've just quickly popped into Next Home, and they have got the sweetest little bits for autumn home decor. Look at this little pumpkin, the one on the left here. I think that is such a sweet little dish of cooking bits and bobs in, nice little pies, and I love this glass pumpkin with the brown and white splodges. That is absolutely adorable. We've got so many lovely little fluffy bits and bobs, cushion up there with the pumpkins on it. Charlie would never allow that. Oh my gosh, look at this giant fluffy pumpkin up here. So cute. I love this green velvet photo frame. That is so beautiful. Okay, my darlings, I have left the shopping centre. That was such a lovely experience. The team there, the staff are so friendly, and it was so lovely to see so many of my favourite designs up close and personal. Now I am trying to get to the Savoy Hotel for a lovely Downton Abbey themed afternoon. It suddenly got so bright, and I was on my way. I thought the best way to get there, considering it's a tube strike, would be by bus, but then the bus got to Hyde Park and actually very rudely kicked everybody off. The driver was not the most polite man in the world, let's just say that. But I'm trying to order an Uber now. London, when there's a tube strike, is it just falls apart. I'm trying to order an Uber, and it says an Uber is 15 minutes away. So I thought I would just spend that 15 minutes here in the park. This is the Italian garden, and it's so beautiful. I used to come here with Kat and take blog photos. It's a really gorgeous area. So let's take a little wander around before heading to the Savoy for an afternoon of Downton Abbey themed fun.
Yeah. Does it taste crisp, or do you think it tastes a little bit like dull and it's sort of sitting with you and getting weaker, or do you think the flavour stays quite fresh? Yeah. Okay, so that's quite a good signifier of good quality there. When you drink bad quality vodka, not that I recommend anyone do it, quite a lot of sugar in it. Why would it have sugar in it? Because give it a little like about the green bit, just so you get the okay, well, if that's it, then use okay, guys. Very importantly, has everyone got martini in their hands? Yeah? Good health, tap on the table, and have a sip and see how good you are at making martinis. Right, guys. We're going to hold the bottom. What we're going to do is we're trying to get the ice to hit the top and then the bottom. We're not rattling it like a maraca. It's not a maraca, okay? It's much like 𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒕. We're just going up and down, very succinct. Just a little bit too cold hard, exactly. So what we're supposed to do is every bartender has a very stern look on their face and they say, none of you have a stern look on your face. You're a very lazy thing. Remember, it's still a two-part shaker, so I'm going to ask you when you're pouring, keep one finger over the top there to make sure you don't lose the top half when you pour. Just unscrew the top bit, and it's as simple as just pouring it, and you can even have a bit of fun with it. See how high you can get.
Oh, that doesn't look very good.
No, clearly not very high. It's going everywhere.
That's alright.
The level in the glass will get higher than the third one, because that shape, you get more ice dilution from it.
Guys, we've learned a lot of different ways of making a martini there. There's a lot of variation, as you can see. I'm going to tell you a joke by Prince Philip, right? This was his favourite joke that he used to tell at royal occasions. He used to say, if you ever find yourself stranded on a desert island, make sure you've got a bottle of gin, a bottle of vermouth, a bit of ice and a glass with you, because as soon as you start making a martini, someone will appear to tell you you're doing it wrong. Cheers everybody, it's really lovely to meet you.
Cheers, thank you so much.
Gosh, this is our lunch table. How fabulous. That's lovely. So we've just had a lovely lunch and now we're hopping aboard the old-fashioned Route Master and we're heading to Bonhams, and I'll explain why when we're all aboard.
All aboard? Route Master? Oh my gosh. Clench your buttocks. Where's that from? Clench your buttocks. Fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Oh, Harry Potter, the night bus.
Oh, it's the night, the shrunken head.
Yeah, the shrunken head.
That's
Gonna be
the one. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Oh, we just done some pouring down as well.
Oh my god. I'm glad I didn't walk then. That's the kind of thing I would just be.
So we have had a lovely lunch and we're now heading up to Bonhams, which is an auctioneer in Mayfair, because now that all the Downton films are filmed and the series is done, they're actually auctioning off lots of pieces.
You know at the beginning when they do the like Lady Mary's Dream Victoria got the bells?
Yeah.
Charlie was like, we should auction for all the bells, but I think they've already gone like way beyond reserve
They'll be,
price.
because it's the intro, they'll be so in demand, yeah.
So much. So we're going up to Bonhams and we're going to see which Downton Abbey memorabilia they've got ready for auction. Here we are. Look at this. So So we've come into Bonham's, which is on Bond Street, and you can actually pop in here and see the bits from the films and the TV show in real life. So this is the setup, how the table would have been in the films, all of the dresses, and this is what Charlie and I were most interested in, the bells. This started, I mean, I say we're interested in, but in a dream world, they started at £7,000, already gone up to over 20, and they reckon it'll probably go to over £50,000. Bonkers. It's so incredible to see everything up close. Lady Edith's wedding dress, how beautiful. Hello my darlings, it is the next day and I'm not going to lie to you, I turned on the vlogging camera to hold myself accountable because what I'm about to do is switch over the more kind of autumnal-y bits that are in my, I'm going to switch out the more pastel-y, light coloured bits that are in my wardrobe open area here for some more autumnal bits, and I need to get rid of some more stuff in my wardrobe. At this time of year, I just can't resist new knitwear, new coats. It's a problem. It is a problem, and I just make myself laugh because one day I'm like, I want to be a minimalist, I want to have less stuff, and then the next day I'm undoing a million packages because I've ordered a ton of new stuff. And this wardrobe, this room is the biggest room in the house, and yet it's bulging at the seams. I do not have enough room for all my stuff. So we still have to do a little bit of a switch over. For example, things that are pastel coloured, like lovely sleeveless knits, things that I absolutely adore, like cable knit cardigans, and like pastel yellows, pastel pinks. I'm just going to start by taking out empty hangers and things which the colour is not the colour that we are wearing this season. And we're going to do a little bit of a switch over. Whenever I do anything here in my wardrobe, I like to do it bit by bit, just whenever the little bit of inspiration strikes. That's when I like to do it, because doing it all in one day, for me, it's just too big a task to attempt. That's me attempting it. So yeah, little and often, which doesn't make for the best YouTube viewing because it's not like you get that satisfying full big clear out from me ever, but maybe in the next couple of weeks when it's really starting to get chilly and feel a lot more autumnal, then it's just a big commitment, isn't it? Putting the dresses, the summer bits away and bringing the coats out. It feels like you are saying goodbye to nice weather for the year. So we're going to find somewhere to pop the more kind of pastel-y bits, and then I want to bring out the stars of the show, the more autumnal things that are bits that I want to get more wear out of, and put them in these little bits here, the open section in my wardrobe. I don't even know if the lights on this still work. Let's have a look. No, they don't work. That's a shame. I don't know why they don't work. The electrics up here is really bad, but I was watching Laura Burns on YouTube, and she had these lights that she said she got from Amazon, and they're not actually drilled in. The light bulbs themselves were rechargeable. So what do you think if I was to put two little lights up here, like rechargeable lights? That's something that I'm toying with, and I am also toying with a bit of a makeover in here. I'm about to pop it on YouTube, but Chloe Rose has just turned an empty room in her house into a walk-in wardrobe, and I love the kind of almost muddy browny green colour that she used. It just looks so gorgeous, and I have been feeling more lately that the white colour in here is just quite clinical and not like cozy and not the vibe of the rest of the house. So let me know your thoughts, but maybe in the not too distant future a little bit of a makeover in here. just a lick of paint and maybe change the handles, because the handles are pewter and we don't have pewter/silver anywhere else in the house, only in here. So I'd love to replace them with something brass, but I'm distracting myself now. I'm putting off doing the changeover, so let's get cracking. I can't believe it. I may have just given myself a black eye. Obviously it's not developed yet. I was just pulling something out of here and the coat hanger flicked back so hard and just whacked me right there. That is definitely going to bruise. I am going to look beautiful tomorrow. Is that a sign that I should not be doing this right now? No, I'm looking for signs, but I'm going to sort this out. So this is the area that I've chosen to tackle today, and I've just put in those slightly more kind of not autumnal season coloured bits here. I know that this area needs sorting because I actually can barely look through it. I'll show you the offending item that I was pulling out to get rid of. Anything that still has a label in, I pull the label out when I wear things out the house. Some things I wear for shoots and then I put them in my wardrobe, but if it's still got the label in after a year of it being in my wardrobe, I don't think it needs to be kept. So also it's potentially just given me a black eye. So that's going to go down there. There's a few things in here that I loved for like festive season last year. I just don't know if they need to be kept in my wardrobe. Although I did love wearing that with... No, this is the problem. I then think about things and I'm like, actually that looked so nice with that particular outfit or that particular skirt. So I'm going to keep this. It's actually a lovely festive piece. Right, 𝑭𝒂𝒕 patchwork shirt. It's lovely, but I never reach for this. I always feel like a little bit of a court jester, so I think that one's going to go. Gorgeous pink jacket with the pearl buttons. I love it, but it's just not really appropriate for where we live. I feel like pink, when you live in the middle of the countryside, is just not a colour that I wear anywhere near as much as I used to when we lived in London. This lovely pink t-shirt, I think I can part with that. This blouse is really pretty, but I know that I've got broderie blouses that I actually prefer to this one, so we'll swap that one out. This little sleeveless vest, still got the tag in, and I actually always found this a little bit itchy. Ooh, this is very nice. A little 𝑚 blazer. I forgot I had that, but I'm going to put that out on display so that I actually remember and actually wear it. And also these strapless or sleeveless tops from Lily Silk, which are cable knit. This is exactly the kind of thing that I want to have front and centre. This top from Abercrombie, it's nice thickness, but actually I didn't wear it very much. So you can go. This is good. Once you start getting rid of a few things, then you get that dopamine hit and it makes it so much easier to get rid of a few more. This I love, however, oh, it's the mango one. I did have some top similar to this, but I accidentally shrunk it. My Holland Cooper blazer is just too big for that cupboard. I think it needs to live somewhere else. This one, I know that Charlie shrunk this and I'm very annoyed because I used to love wearing this last autumn. I'm gonna see if I can actually get a new version of that and see if the brand have brought it out again, because I absolutely love it. These Lily Silk silky sleeveless blouses are so gorgeous, so that needs to be front and centre. I'll bring that one out. Okay, how is my black eye developing? I don't think it is just yet, but I think you just saw at the end of that time lapse the mountain of clothes that I have got here in front of me, things to get rid of. And look at this. This is how much space I have just created in this little area here. I can now actually see what's at the back here, and there's holdalls and bags that I just don't need anymore. If anyone is watching whose name is also Josie, please let me know, because I'm going to part ways with that bag, but I understand it's a very niche bag. What's this? We've got more bags down here that I've completely forgotten about. See, this is the thing. Oh, I've got a 𝑭𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒅 basket bag. Forgot that I had that. I've got another bag with Josie. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find someone else whose name is Josie. That's actually really cute. I completely forgot that I had that. So this needs to be used, well, it'll be next summer now, but the 𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒕 one, oh, I wish it was pink. I know I just said about pink earlier, but I don't like that colour blue, so I am gonna get rid of that one. And there's an old makeup bag in here. Oh my goodness. I've not even looked in this makeup bag in probably years, so I imagine that everything is disgustingly out of date. I know how old this makeup bag is because I've only used 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕 razors for the last goodness knows how many years, and that is not an 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕 razor. Okay, we've got a mountain of clothes in front of us. Everything from... Actually, this is quite a good shirt for gardening. I am going to keep that one. This is the only thing that I'm allowed to keep from this pile. The only thing that I'm allowed to change my mind on, because I do like wearing ditzy kind of floral shirts when I am in the garden, because you can get marks on them and you can't really tell. We've got things that... This is a little crop top from Club Monaco. I remember at the time of buying this, it was such a big deal because it was so expensive. Whereas I've just not worn it in at least 5 years, the whole time we've lived in the Cotswolds. This actually used to be something that I wore to work when I used to work as marketing manager for a software company, and I've not worn it ever since then. I used my staff discount when I worked at 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 to buy it originally. Same with this, another little silk blouse from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 that was part of my work uniform. I've not worn that in years and years. When H&M do designer collaborations, I used to get so swept up, and this is when they collaborated with Simone Rocha. It's a cute little white t-shirt with the pearly eyelashes, but I've never worn it. But do I need to keep a white t-shirt? No, I'm just not a plain white t-shirt kind of person, so I don't really need to keep that. Cardigans that I've not even thought about in years. Another ditzy floral blouse that I probably did buy for the purpose of gardening, but I think I prefer the more greeny ones. I have found that I've got rid of a lot of shirts. This one I just don't reach for anymore because it's cropped, and I just prefer shirts to go kind of over my hips. This is a bit of a beach shirt. Is it from Abercrombie? H&M. I've just got other beach shirts that I prefer. Another silky top from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 that was my uniform. I've got a few Beaufort and Blake shirts in here, and I've just got too many of them. I worked with Beaufort and Blake quite a lot and ended up with a wardrobe of just so many of their shirts and rugby shirts, but I just simply do not need quite that many. So I've got a few friends that I know will be very, very grateful to receive those. And kind of knitted vests that I did struggle to style. And if you find something hard to style, you just don't find yourself reaching for it from your wardrobe, which is why I think it's such a good idea to take photos of yourself in outfits when you put them together, because it really helps you with styling ideas. So that bag is full of bits, and I'm going to use this storage space that we've now created behind to store my book tote. Thinking about only being able to give this to someone called Josie makes me realise how clever Dior are with their book totes, because obviously I will forever keep this bag. This is never going to be able to go on a resale market because it is personalised. Not that I'd want to get rid of it because I got that for our honeymoon. Do I need all of those hats? Or do I tackle hats another day? Let's finish the job in hand and get back to making that open shelf area look a little bit more autumnal.
Ow. Ow, my bones.
Okay, my darlings, please excuse the really bad lighting, but these are the bits that I've pulled out that I think should probably live front and center, things that I want to get into my outfits a lot more frequently at this time of year. There's definitely going to be too much in these areas, so what I'll do probably after I've had some dinner, because I don't think you can ever make a good decision when you're hungry, is I will pull extra things out. Already I can see, I mean, absolutely beautiful, but it's lemon yellow, and I don't think I'm going to wear lemon yellow now that it's autumnal. Same with this one. Lovely cardigan from Cape Cove, gorgeous fluffy knit, but lemon yellow, so that needs to go into a little bit of a summer knitwear area and replaced with things like this. Okay, I am pleased with how this is looking. The colours are a lot more seasonal. We've got more browns and creams, pretty much what my wardrobe consists of this time of year, and things that I need to remember to wear. Like, I really like this shirt from Ralph Lauren, but I think last year I forgot that I had it, so I need to just have it right in front of me so that I remember the pieces that I have, and I just feel more inspired if I have a seasonal colour palette. Anyway, I'm going to stop here and go and make myself a nice pasta dish for dinner. I think Charlie's in the kitchen cooking as well, so I won't talk it through with you. I think I'm going to do my pumpkin pasta, but not pumpkin pasta a la vodka, which is what I shared in a vlog a couple of vlogs ago and also on my Instagram, because someone sent me an article and I need to check if this is accurate, but they were saying that in order to cook out like a shot's worth of vodka, which is what I put in, you have to cook it for almost an hour to get rid of all the alcohol content. And I'm fine with drinking alcohol, but at the same time I have been cutting down the amount of alcohol that I have from a health perspective more than anything. And as much as it does really kind of make the flavours more rich, does it richen the flavours? I don't know. It richens the flavours. Now I don't know if that's a word or not. I don't know. It does make the flavours more rich, but is it worth it to have the negative health connotations of the alcohol? Probably not. So I'm going to do my pumpkin pasta, not a vodka. Not a la vodka, not a vodka. And then while we're digesting that, I will come and finish off, maybe tackle one more area up in here. But I'm really pleased with that very productive start that we have made. Hello again, my darlings. I'm sorry this vlog has been here, there and everywhere. I feel like this vlog feels like a series of incomplete projects. I have started a wardrobe clear out and not quite finished that. I started some recipes and not quite finished those. And it's just become what I like to call a higgledy-piggledy vlog. So I am going to wrap it up here, but I'm just making myself a smoothie that I'm going to eat or drink. I'm going to drink this after Pilates this morning, and I've also got a few of my egg muffins in the Aga heating up, and I'm planning on eating those in the car. So smoothie this morning is a whole banana, that was probably 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. I think I need to use this up. What's the date today? 12th of September, this goes out of date. I think that's okay. Yeah, it smells good. I had quite possibly the best drink that I've ever had while out and about in London the other day. I had the Blank Street pistachio matcha, and I'm sure I've ordered it before and I wasn't that impressed with it, but this time it was made with pistachio milk and it had like pistachio butter kind of swirled into the cup, and there was something else as well. I don't know if it was like a pistachio cream in it, but it was so delicious. So if anyone has ever tried making anything like that successfully, please let me know, because I would so love to recreate that. I'm adding 2 dates and just a tiny splash of maple syrup for sweetness. And then I've just filled that up with water. Sometimes I use almond milk or oat milk, but I'm just going to do water today. All important taste test. Oh, that is so good. I just love the flavour when you add a good amount of peanut butter. I think that just makes smoothies so delicious. So I've actually got something really fun going on today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to vlog it because it's very much not a press thing. It's something that I booked myself a couple of months ago. If you remember when we went to the Borgo Santa Pietra hotel in Italy, we had this amazing experience where we went to see where they make the Seed to Skin products, which is the loveliest skincare brand, really kind of harnessing the power of herbs and things that grow naturally to turn it into skincare. And they were saying, the team there was saying that they worked with a lady called Anne McIntyre, who's an incredible Ayurvedic practitioner and herbalist, and is just so knowledgeable about the power of herbs and other things that you can forage. And I thought, oh, I really must check that lady out. And then I found out that she lives in the Cotswolds. She's only about 20 minutes from us. And she runs these courses where you can go and spend a day with her and do foraging or make herbal remedies. So I thought that sounds like such a lovely thing to do. So that's what I'm doing today. In her instructions, she says to come armed with jars. So I've got a few different size jars that I'm taking with me. And my smoothie that I'll have as my breakfast on the go before we get started after Pilates. So yeah, I'm not too sure if I'll be able to film anything because obviously there's going to be other paying customers there that do not want a camera thrown in their face. It's not a press event in the slightest. So I think what I might do is end this vlog here. If I can film anything at the day with Anne, then I will, and that might be in the next vlog. But for now, my darlings, I'm sorry this one has been here, there and everywhere, all over the place. I often find this is the case when I have a London day and a day when I'm just busy doing admin at home that I don't really want to share with you because it's so boring. But maybe you want to see the boring days, so let me know. But if you got to the end, if you persevered through this vlog, then I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your favourite herb for today's course in your comment down below if you got to the end. That would mean the world to me. Check if you are subscribed. Share this video with someone that you think would love the channel and let them know that they're normally better vlogs than this. Tell them that you think they would enjoy these videos. And as always, my darlings, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.